Welcome back to the channel, guys. So in this video we're going to sit down and we're going to talk about covert narcissists, and we are going to define what they are. Even though a lot of you guys know what they are and have a great idea of what it is, I just want to use some things and examples to compare it to that to give a better understanding. So basically what a covert narcissist is, it's very similar to a snake in the grass of how that would be. So let's say your best friend, your so-called soulmate, somebody that was supposed to be there for you, you thought they were the real deal. You thought they were your best friend. You thought they were your soulmate. You thought these things. But little did you know they were only there for a specific time to use you to their benefit. And you got the shitty end of the stick. And now it is what it is. But you got the shitty end of the stick. And you come to the realization of what they were. And it's very similar to a snake in the grass, because they come in your presence disguised as those things. Disguised as your best friend, your soulmate, this and that, that and this, and you slowly but surely understand what you were just dealing with. And it's a hard thing to process when it happens, because you were fooled and they had you fooled, and now you catch yourself sitting back pointing the finger at them, calling them a snake in the grass, which it's true. And I'm going to give you guys another example. So for anybody that follows the UFC and fighting, that is watching this video right now, you guys will probably know what I'm talking about. Other than that, you probably don't. But there's this guy that was in the UFC, that he's still there right now, to be honest. His name is TJ Dillashaw, and they used to call him the snake in the grass because he betrayed his best friends and didn't pay people and did some snaky stuff like that, and left gyms whenever he got to a certain point and he had a certain success. He left everybody that helped him to get to where he was. He left all them, went to a different team and just completely switched up, and they all became enemies. All these people point the finger at him, calling him a snake in the grass, rightfully so. And that is exactly what it is. They weasel their way around life, doing what is best for them. And there's nothing wrong with doing what is best for you, but you can't take advantage of other people in the process, because it's going to come back to bite you. Like if you ruin somebody's life in that process, you are going to receive what they call karma. You can selfishly do what you want, but you can't be doing stuff like that. There's a big difference. I'm selfish with my time. I don't want to give my time to other people. I don't want to use my time to benefit other people if it's not benefiting me, obviously, because what am I doing with my life if I'm filling up everybody else and my gas tank is just on the low? Like, what am I doing? There has to be something. You can't just be used. You can't just be somebody that's being used. You have to be productive with yourself and be selfish to a certain extent, but not in that type of way where you're using people and you just do the most pathetic things and you lie to get your way, because if you didn't lie, you know for a fact you would not have got the benefit from these certain individuals that you did. And that's why they're snakes in the grass, because they are liars, they are cheaters, they are backstabbers, they are all these things. Covert narcissists come in the same form. They do all the exact same things. That's covert narcissist behavior. A lot of that has happened to me in the past, and I learned from it. It made me trust people a lot less. I have a hard time going out of my way to do anything for anybody, because I know what the world is like and I know what people is like, and I hate giving people even an inch. I hate it because of what happened. Whenever those things happen, you stop wanting to give people anything, because you know what this is. You've been there, you've done that. And the more you do for somebody, and I mention this in a lot of videos, the more you do for somebody and they do you wrong, the more it hurts you, the more it affects you, because you come to the realization that you did all these things just for them to do that. Now, it's a big blow. But the less you do for somebody, and if something bad happens, it doesn't really faze you, because they didn't take advantage of you, really. You didn't let them. And this is just like, it's just how it works. Like, people done me wrong before that I really did nothing for, and it was just like, okay. It was just like nothing. But if you invest a lot of yourself into somebody, it makes you grow closer to that person. And I guess the closer you are to a person in general, and they do those things to you, and they abandon you, they backstab you, they do something dirty to you, they steal from you, they use you. A lot of these things have happened to me. All those things have happened to me. And it's a much more serious situation, rather than if something like that didn't happen and somebody does something to you. It's not a big deal. But usually the people closest to you will do those things to you, and it's the craziest thing, because they are snakes in the grass. They are getting close to you for a reason. You should never let a snake close to you. Never. And you never know who they are. And that's the crazy thing. You really have to grow a certain way with somebody to be able to trust them. And the world needs more of that, because it's like nobody wants to work together and stay loyal, but rather people want to do these selfish acts of betrayal, and just these selfish acts in general to get their way short term. And they continue to do this, and they're the most hated people on the face of this planet for every good reason. And they continue to do that for the rest of their lives. They are empty meat suits that have nothing to offer to anybody. They can't help anybody. The only thing they can do is use everybody, like a covert narc, like a snake in the grass. And this is what it is, and you have to watch out for these things. Even your own parents can do you dirty like that. Has that happened to me? It has not. Not that. I had it pretty good. But there's other things too that wasn't perfect, obviously. I'm not going to get personally into it, but... And you can't be a person either that just like... And I don't want to be that person that complains about every single little tiny thing that goes wrong in your life. And sometimes it might sound like that, but it's really not like that. I'm just trying to use like things and make examples out of things. Nothing is ever perfect. People are not perfect. And I always say that I do have a good. And I did have a good. But there's still a lot of things that wasn't perfect as well. Hard things too, not just little things. There was things. Believe it. Trust and believe that. And it was things that I needed that I did not have, that it would have helped me so much. But it is what it is. I grew a lot stronger because of it. And a lot of you guys have to do the exact same thing. I talk about so much touchy stuff, very, very touchy stuff on this channel, and for good reasons too. It helps a lot of people, and that's what I'm here to do. Expose the dirt, expose the truth, and we all push forward, and we continue to learn and grow as people. Because if you catch yourself in certain situations where it's like there's things happening to you and you don't understand why it's happening, but you could understand why it's happening, it could solve your entire problem. There was things that I did not understand that was happening to me in the past, because I was never taught a lot of things that was important. And if I would have known what was going on, there's so many things that would never have happened to me that would have saved me a lot. But going through that and then being in those dark times after something horrendous happens to you, it brings something out of you. It makes you into the person you're supposed to be. It shows you the truth. And a lot of the time, that is exactly what we all need, is the truth. It will set you free. It will do you good. And sometimes the truth hurts. Sometimes it hurts to see things that they really are the way they are. And there's no doubt about that. But it's still, at the end of the day, it's going to help you. So I'm going to cut this video short. I got another video to do, and I'll get to the next one, and I'll be back.